It's fabulous. Sweetness. There you go.
All right, let's roll.
Hi, I'm JP Maxwell.
I'm Mitchell Niehoff.
Here to do JMTV Sports, and got a couple of headliners. First of all, Major League Baseball, the season has kicked off, and so far my prediction is looking great. The Cardinals 5-1, technically should be 6-0. Technically, Mother Nature just did not cooperate. But you know what? It's cool. Still 5-1. Wow.
You know, I was really happy to see us beat the Rockies.
It was awesome.
I have a personal connection to the Rockies. I really like the Rockies because I'm kind of related to the pitching coach. But you know, they were in the World Series last year, and we really ran a good series against them.
We did. And again, we actually technically beat their staff ace, Jeff Francis, on opening day until Mother Nature decided to have a little hissy fit. But yeah, up 5-1 in the third inning, and it has to start raining. And then we're actually winning 1-0 on the next opening day, I guess the real opening day you would call it. And Ryan Franklin, just usually Mr. Automatic, just couldn't quite get the job done. Gives up the 2 runs, we lose. But hey, still 5-1.
Yep.
The Brewers sticking right with us, though. They're 5-1 on the year, too. We got the best records in baseball right now.
Huh.
But the surprise has been, the offense has been there. Rick Ankiel already now 3 home runs already on the year, averaging an RBI per game and a home run every other game. If he can keep that up, he should have a good year.
That's surprising. I never saw him. I mean, I never saw that.
I knew he was going to be good. Not this good this early. I mean, I thought it would take him a while to adjust.
Yeah.
He's taken right to it.
That's fantastic.
But the surprise has been starting pitching. The starting pitching staff is doing a great job.
Yeah.
Kyle Loesch. We knew Wainwright was going to be there. You had a feeling about Loesch, but of course, Looper, kind of off and on last year when he was really good. He was really good, but when he was off, there was that question mark. Thompson, Welmar, how are they going to handle starting?
Yeah.
So far, so good. It's only been a week, so you don't want to get too excited because it's too long of a season, but It's a good start. And if they can maintain this and get, you have Mulder, Clement, Pinero, Carpenter eventually coming back, we could have 9 or 10 solidified starting pitchers, and then what do you do with them?
I'm a little scared about the closers.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Franklin kind of worries me. Izzy doesn't. But Franklin, I think one thing that may hurt him was his name did come up in the Mitchell report last year, and I think that might be in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
People starting to wonder if that's why he had the success that he had recently with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Maybe that's in the back of his mind. I don't know, but so far so good. So of course we'll keep you up to date on the Cardinals because hey, that's our team. So
if we can keep the saves, if we can keep saving the close games, we'll be all right.
Yeah, they definitely have to do that. That's one thing they couldn't do last year was they seemed to not do well. But if you would have told me the Cardinals would be 5-1 with Albert only having 1 RBI and no home runs, I would have said you're absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
but it's happened. And it's great. And it's because, again, the pitching and the defense has stepped up pretty nicely, too. So let's keep that going for sure. Moving on to the NCAA, March Madness. We're down to the final 2.
Not
I'm
the ones
shocked.
I picked.
I am shocked. My brackets are really screwed over now.
What is with this?
I don't know.
This has been an insane year.
If you would have told me that Kansas and Memphis were going to make it, I thought at least, if North Carolina, I thought it was going to be North Carolina and UCLA playing.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I thought at least one of them was going to make it. They both get routed. Memphis and Kansas just put them over their knee and went boom. I don't know. And I don't know the reason for it.
Insane.
I looked at my brackets more on ESPN. I picked North Carolina to win on every single one of my brackets. They're done. And on 2 of them, I had UCLA and North Carolina playing. Done. Yeah.
Looks like you're not winning the pool.
I'm not nowhere close. My point bracket just went boop. So it's frustrating.
Man.
But I mean the thing is that actually North Carolina they played a good game, but I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. I really don't know. I turned the games off after a while. I didn't care to watch them. I was kind of depressed.
And this is why they call it March Madness.
It is.
This is madness.
Because it really is. It drives you nuts. I was so wanting to see... I was really wanting to see North Carolina and UCLA because I want to see Tyler Hansbrough play against Kevin Love.
Right.
I want to see that, that battle in the low post because they're both so gritty.
Yeah.
Both just love to get nasty. What was going to happen? And they're just going to have to wait.
And you know what? I was at Applebee's the other night, got to see the 3-point competition. The guys finally won it back. For the past 2 years, the girls have won the 3-point competition.
Those girls can shoot. Props, because, wow.
Yeah, and the guys finally got it back.
about time because they were kicking our butts for a while, that's for sure. So at least we have that going on for us. Of course, March Madness, the championship game is going to be tonight, and we'll let you know on the next segment, of course, who won and kind of give a brief analysis of why we think they won. I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with Memphis because I don't want to see Kansas win. I'm a Mizzou fan. I don't like Kansas, but they have as good a shot as Memphis does. But really, I frankly, honestly, don't care. But,
to be honest, though, the Kansas folk, they've been having a very good year.
They have.
Played in a really good bowl game.
And won.
And now they're in the championship for basketball.
And they could win it.
They could win it.
I don't know. That's going to be really interesting.
It's a good day to be a Kansas person. It's a terrible day to go to Mizzou.
Yeah, I'm glad we actually don't go there.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm sure that campus is kind of quiet. Anyway, so now we're going to move on, I guess. Go briefly with the Blues. They wrapped up the season last night. 4-1 win over Columbus. In Columbus, season over, but most notably, Keith Tkachuk got his 500th career goal last night. Only the fourth U.S.-born player to actually reach that milestone. So, and Keith is still on a contract. He'll be back with the team next year. The team's going to get a good draft pick again. And hopefully next year they can turn this boat around because this has been too much.
Yeah.
25 consecutive seasons at one point, and they made the playoffs. Now the last 3 years, nothing.
Yeah.
Time to get back to the playoffs.
I agree. And, it kind of sucked because, we never did win the playoffs, but we're always there.
We're always there. At least you're there. But again, it kind of sticks to the question of, is that good because you're always there, or is it bad because you're always there and you still can never win? That's actually, to me, that's a really good
Detroit.
Question. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to blame Detroit. Detroit sucks. No, actually, they're really good. That's why they suck. Anyway, yeah. And quickly moving on to the draft. The draft's going to come up in about a little less than 3 weeks. And I'm going to just talk about the Rams real quick because, again, that's our St. Louis team. They have the second overall pick. I saw with their vice president of football operations, he's kind of the one dealing mostly with the NFL draft. He was on Sports Plus last night. Of course, they're down to 3 picks. They're either going to go with Jake Long, Chris Long, or Glenn Dorsey. And, of course, Chris Long and Glenn Dorsey are on the defensive side of the ball. They're both defensive ends / defensive tackles. Then you have the offensive tackle, Jake Long, out of Michigan. Who are they going to go with? Because who's Miami going to go with the number one? Obviously, no matter who Miami goes with, 2 or 3 are still going to be there.
Right.
Who are they going to go with? Personally, I hope if he's still there, they go with Jake Long, offensive tackle. The guy's a monster. And he can solidify that left side where, Mark Bulger won't get blindside anymore because after Pace always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Bulger's kind of, dead meat.
Yeah.
And again, I think they might end up just washing their hands clean of Orlando Pace anyway. And Jake Long be the perfect guy to move in there and solidify that line. And even if Pace is there, put Long somewhere else. He's good enough.
Yeah. Might as well patch some holes.
So then after that, if somehow Miami does pick Jake Long, then between Chris Long out of Virginia or Glenn Dorsey of LSU, I really like Glenn Dorsey, but man, Chris Long is a freaking beast, and his dad, Howie Long, he's a former Pro Bowler for the Raiders. He's got the blood to play NFL, and Howie Long said he thinks this kid's better than he's going to be. He thinks he's better than he was at that point in his career. He's ready to go pro.
That's cool.
So he thinks he's going to be a better pro than he was, and Howie Long was good.
Yeah.
So...
And he's a good commentator, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. He's great. He's great. Those Chevy commercials are great. So, between those two, I'd pick Chris Long, but Glenn Dorsey, you can't really go wrong with him either. So, again, the draft's coming up soon, and we'll see how all the picks go. I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch how all the teams do this.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of like March Madness. It can go either way.
Yep.
We'll see what happens, I guess. That's going to wrap up sports. This has been JP Maxwell.
I'm Mitchell Niehoff.
And we'll see you next time.